business that moves millions and millions of dollars every day all around the world, a business that of course works in the benefit of very few people and in detriment of many, many more, is that of online trading, where lack of education, where false advertising and very lax regulatory systems are the main ingredients for a perfect storm that is leaving many, many people without their savings. In this very short video, we will discuss 5 points that make online trading one of the most dangerous forms of investing now available online for everyone. On the one hand, we have the high complexity of these financial products. Yes, when we are contacted by one of these people that show us that investing in trading is possible, is easy, and moreover is a very high yielding investment, the lack of education that one might have, the high promises, or the situation that one might be in, makes us want to believe that such an investment is not only possible but desirable. What we do not know is how these funds are invested, reinvested, and in the worst of cases, not invested at all. This is why the complexity of how these products work, how these companies are set up, more often than not in countries outside of Europe works, makes this one of the most dangerous ingredients of this cocktail. In the second point, we have the lack of education that many of the victims that fall prey to these investments have. If one is well versed in the areas of investments, home investment, personal banking, one knows that one ought to diversify the investments in order to reduce the risk. That is to say, if we have $10 to invest, it's wise to invest it in 5 different places with different areas of risk that will give us different yields. While the stocks and shares may be an option, also the real estate sector, and one that is much more resilient to risk, might be a good idea, and so on and so forth. Of course, when we are faced with a promise of high yielding interest rates, very, very low risk in a very short amount of time, with very good salesmanship on the other side of the phone, this reasoning becomes nimble, and of course people fall prey to this. This of course means that people invest 100% of their savings into these very risky schemes that more often than not end in false promises and financial disaster. This is tied, of course, with the idea of a very insufficient or a very low risk management strategy. Being in the situation in which one is enticed, one is attracted by high-yielding products with a very low amount of time goes hand in hand with not having the right financial backing, either from a point of view of a consulting agent, either from a point of view of a good financial agent, or a bank that allows us to know more and more about what's available in the market, and more often than not what is legal and what is important to have and what is available to us as end users. Then of course we have the very important point of a big part of these companies that promise these very high yielding products are really no more than Ponzi schemes. Rather than being financial companies that deal in good faith with the funds of other people, reinvest them and distribute the yields in the best possible way as authorized by the law, what they do is they take the funds, run with them, and then set up tents in another jurisdiction where they will not be traced. Tracing these responsible people for these actions is difficult, is tedious, and more often than not, the companies are built in such a way that finding the true responsible people is very, very difficult indeed, unless we have the support of a specialized team of lawyers, a special legal and commercial team such as Studio Legale Bertaggia. We are based in Ferrara, in Italy, and we work with risks such as these. We work with companies that have worked in this for years and years and years. We work with clients that are victims to these sort of schemes every day, day in and day out. And we make it our mission to create a safer, more enthusiastic, and a better built system that allows everyone in the environment to work healthily. If you are a victim yourself of financial abuse, if you're a victim yourself of dishonest companies that have promised high risk and have left you with nothing, contact us today and we will do our utmost to help you recover your original investment and more